Okay, I think we are live. I think we shall see. Some serious technical difficulties. Forgive me. Forgive me. Let me see here. Okay, we are live. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. Yeah, classic move in a great idea. I decided, you know what I'm gonna do? I am going to just you know, I'm going to decide to uh, update OBS just before, which is a classic recipe for it not going well. Um, all right, let's see. Looks like we are live, but I am still not getting. Yeah, I'm getting my echo. Okay, that looks good. We'll mute that. Now I'm having camera issues. Delightful. Absolutely delightful. Okay. Try this here. Let's see. Yeah, a radio show. Here, I'm going to talk you through step by step how to build a computer. First of all, don't download OBS right before. Second of all, I'm going to take a moment here just to restart OBS. So let's get this done. Yeah. Okay. I think we're back now. Whew. Look, you can see my hands. And we can see the start of what this is going to be. Yes, OBS does love a good restart. So here we go. All right. Yeah, let's get situated. I guess we're going to start off with this guy here. I'm going to do the old influencer thing. I hate that stuff. Do a little unboxing here. Got some LED headers. SATA cables, not going to need those. Wi-Fi antennas. We will need those. Thermal sensor. Not going to use those now, but I guess we could use those somewhere. Regulatory notices. Nobody needs that. Do not remove the memory OC shield from the motherboard. It may affect memory overclocking performance and stability. Oh, we'll definitely not remove that. Quick install guide. We might need that. Ooh, you get a custom keycap here. Looks like it says, I know it's supposed to say Riptide or something, but it just looks like it says PG on it. You can't really see that, but oh, you got a sticker so everybody knows that your computer is high performance when you have it installed. Is my voice, you know what? If I put a filter on it, and if it sounds AI, you know what? I'm going to change that filter. Screw you, AI. Oh no, that's video noise, not audio noise. Yeah, studio voice, you are done. And we are just going to use that. Okay, is that better? I do not want to sound at all like AI because AI is disgusting and gross. All right, there we go. So this here is a build for my younger brother, and he has chosen these components. Oh, wow. Thanks a lot, Asrock, for your latching thing here, your blazing fast latching mechanism here. Sure looks like it works great. Didn't seem to like it. Oh, let's see. Is there any damages or anything? I don't want any damages on here. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, we're looking pretty pristine here. Good. Thankfully, that patent pending OC shield really protected everything.
Yeah. One of the really cool things about this guy, let me see if I can get this in. I think this goes in over here. Nope, this would go here. Blazing fast. All right, well. Shoot. I will have to read instructions on that because I don't want to break things. But it is nice. It looks like we've got a thermal pad here underneath as well as on top, so you can sandwich your memory on that. I guess since this is made for PCIe 5.0 NVMEs, that will be used for. One of the great things about this board, though, is you have three slots in it, even though it's a mATX. You have three slots in it for NVMEs, which is very nice. You got a nice, cool, chunky heatsink here for your VRMs, and it is quite chunky. Also, really great. You get a couple of Thunderbolt ports here, which is beautiful. 2.5 gig Intel LAN, Wi-Fi 7, I believe it has. No, it says 6E here, so you have some BIOS flashing capabilities as well. It's a very nice board, well kitted. With those two Thunderbolt ports, you're not going to run out of anything, really. Got some useless SATA connectors here. Well, not useless. Maybe useless that's right now, but useless because of this. He decided to go with three NVMEs. Well, I was not using JI. All right, no JI. This is as I drop things. Thank goodness we've got a protector there on the on the socket. Speaking of which, you know what? Let's talk about the processor. 270K plus, excellent choice. You know what we'll do? We'll open this guy up. We'll put this in there before we start screwing things up, eh? Get this guy cut open here. This fancy knife. Can't return it now. We've got her open. This is actually the first time I've built with this socket before. Oh, does it come with a sticker? Oh, yeah, it does. Look, this is the thing that always makes me laugh. It comes with a sticker. You stick this on your case, gives you extra 5 gigahertz. Everybody knows that, and everybody does it. It's a secret viral overclocking tricks that Intel doesn't want you to know. That will shock you. Let's put this in the box here. Save the box. Oh my goodness, I just recently went through a whole box clearing session. Oh, I didn't switch from Ryzen. Well, my brother switched from Ryzen to Intel. Now he is switching though from Ryzen 1700, which I think it's very understandable. Why? Ryzen 1700 was basically the reason why we have our. Look at that. Let's take a little peek at the pins there. Make sure everything looks ship shape. Oh yeah, they look ship shape. Thankfully, we don't have to worry about that slamming down into the pins. All right, we'll open this up. This is always the butt clencher part of the whole build process. Let's see. Got that. Yes. We just look at where our. See, I'm gonna move my sound here just because I don't want to screw this up. Give us where are the symbols at? Could be some symbols for us. Oh, there's little notches. The notches are over here, so that's where we'll put it. Sir, yes, sir. Here we go. Down. This should. Oh, yeah, here we go. Here's our mark right here. The triangle goes there. Triangle's right here. We're good. We're good. Like that. That pops out. And we're locked in. Beauty. Nobody can hear me? Oh, it was behind me, yeah. But it was behind me because I didn't want to screw this up. Thank you, though. Serena was just like, nobody can hear you. Which means she's watching too. Oh. Love is not dead. Just gonna give this guy a little wipey poo here. So there's no fingerprints. There we go. That's the most butt clenchy part of the whole thing, really. Absolutely. Glasses peak. You got a glasses peak. Nice. Apparently 1700. Ah, yes. Yeah, Keiko's into chat. All right, let's see. This guy. Oh. I'm gonna have to see how this thing here it goes in. Like this should go in here like this. Oh, and this. Ah, yes, that's how. I guess. Okay, yeah, this thing slides back. So that should slide back and click in. Oh yeah, there. That's how it is. Okay, nice. That holds nicely. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Figured that one out, which is good because the next step is going to be these guys. Although we could put the RAM in too. Which, speaking of RAM, we've got 64 gigabytes, Mr. Moneybags, just going all out. Because, well, it is an editing, primarily productivity PC. So, oh yeah, and you want to keep this sticker too, because that sticker also adds another 5 gigahertz onto the whole thing. So, yeah, that's just how it is. Let's see, we'll go like this, this. What channels did they recommend you put your RAM in? I always feel like I'm going to get this wrong, but I feel like as long as you just put them in different slots, you're good. But, you know, I don't like to cause any troubles, you know. Man, they got like full on Intel installation instructions here. Yeah, that's your RAM. They don't tell you really positions on the sheet here of where you want that RAM. But just don't screw it up is what they said. Well, thanks, quick installation guide from Asrock. Let me see here. It's the first time I've ever touched DDR5. It just feels so luxurious, so alluring. I'm gonna get another glasses peek here, potentially. Okay, A1. Okay, first is A2B2. Oh gosh, I can't believe it. It's been so long. I've built, but I do believe A2B2 is what you want. All right. Yeah, they're saying here first. A2B2. Yeah. If you see a glasses peak from me, it means, you know what, DDR4 is all right. You just, hey, cool. You got like a great deal. I know. How having a billionaire brother is nice. He is going to be having a baby soon, so this will be a nice little thing for him to enjoy. All right, you know what? We're gonna do A2B2. I'm 99% sure that's how you ought to do it, but it says first, so we do first A2B2. Not to be confused with R2D2. That'll be these guys right here. Let's see, does that fit? Does not. Goes this way. All right. So the G skills, the labels go towards the CPU. Clickety click. And, oh, come on out of there, you. And here we go. And Clickety click. Boom. Our RAM is installed. The two most expensive, or three most expensive components. Actually, no. These guys here, my brother had these, I think, for a long time. I think he bought them like 2 years ago, before the big thing. I did help you pick up parts for your PC. That's all right, though. You picked a pretty good one, though. So, all right, we got a 4 terabyte, 4 terabyte. We're gonna grab the 2 for the old. Let me see, which one do I want to cut here? There we go. I'll cut this guy. Yeah, I did. You should have just shipped me the parts and I would have done it. So here was the thing. I was like, do you want me to put the heat? Do you want me to take the heatsink off? But thankfully, these come with the heatsink separate. These were actually, I think they marketed them as a thing for. So we're going to do a little test here on this. So we've got this guy here. This is the bottom section. And we are going to bring this in here. I'm going to take this. Come on. I wish I had tweezers like on the Verge. Wait, I do have tweezers like on the Verge. Look, it's a Verge tweezer. And you know what? I'm going to use this Verge tweezer like a tweezer. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do an experiment with this, because the issue when you're using the stock heat sinks on, or not the stock, the heat sinks on your motherboard, is you got to make sure that you're getting good contact with your controller, which is this little chippy poo here. Go right here, because that's the thing that gets the hottest, and you really want to make sure that thing stays nice and cool. You've got your main memory modules. I think this is the DRAM module right here, and then you got some extra modules on the back. This guy's going to plug in right here. Click. And then it's going to go here. And then I believe this guy. Oh, that holds it already. These fully toolless things are kind of neat. Let's see. Okay, we're in. I don't think we're. I want to take this out. Go like that. And it comes up. Okay. Yeah, it comes up. And then this. Place. First time I've used these little bitties. All right, now we're gonna take this guy here. Ooh, that looks like a little munched, but that's all right. Go here. The critical thing is we want to make sure that this is going to click onto that and cover that. Okay, yeah, we're good. We're good. I think we're good here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click this guy into place. If it works. In. So we're going to leave that on for now. And then I'm going to take these guys here. Of course, we're going to use the most important. I can't use it. The best screwdriver you've ever received. It's not the Linus Tech Tips one. It's that Be Quiet screwdriver that you get with every Be Quiet air cooler. Those things are literally the best. Simply the best. All right, we got our Philips 1 here. I think this guy here should be good for these guys. Yeah. Boop. There we are. Yeah, these will only have one heatsink on, or not heatsink, only one thermal pad, because you're not getting cooling from both sides. So, yeah. Fun times. We'll get this undone. Yeah. Yeah, basically everything is high now. Yeah, 5090 is worth 5090. That is so true. Yeah. This right here is Sabrina's art right here. Yes, it is. SSDs did go insane. Yeah, the SSDs, well, there's two 4 terabyte ones, which are really quite good. But yeah, I'll get these 4 terabyte ones out and in. Try not to cut myself and spill blood. Spill blood all over. Get this out of the way. Go. Beauty. Yeah, basically everything has gotten expensive thanks to AI. So if you want to know why you can't buy anything, it's AI. If you want to know why you don't know anything, it's AI. If you want to know why people don't want to be your friend, it's AI. It's all AI, really. AI is the reason for every bad thing in this entire world. Let's do this thing here. I feel like it should. Oh, there we go. Okay. That needs to go there. There. All right, then I definitely didn't latch this one correctly. But back to our experiment. The experiment was going to be, is this thing actually sticking? Why are you not coming out? There you are. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're getting some good contact on the controller. I can see the smush. Good. Good, good, good. There we are. Now we're locked in. All right, locked in. I'm confident that we're getting some good contact on the controller. I wanted to see if there's a little bit of an impact crater on the thing. Okay. Thing is such an annoying. There we are. I don't like. I'm not as confident as with the other devices. With this thing here is not a happy Come on, you. Don't be dumb. Talking more to myself, not to be dumb. Okay, good. We're locked in. Good. Done. Beauty. This guy here is ready to go. So we will take this off. These do feel like they're very soft. Well, especially the one under here is very soft. This here is just a whole other ball game here. It's kind of interesting. There we are. We may do another check here just to make sure we're getting good contact with the controllers, because those are the heat sources. Okay, I was like, where did the other one go? But I realized I still haven't taken it out of here. Wait, I don't want to be your friend. Wait, who doesn't want to be whose friend? I'll be your neighbor. Will you be my neighbor? Oh, friend, AI. That's why. You're not AI, are you? Wait, you're AI? There is an I in your name. Okay, cool. Here's like Lexi. Oh. No. Once this guy goes on, it should move it flat. So go. Leave this to Did I have it like this? Oh, I think it's like so. We do it like this. Mm. Beautiful. Yeah, I can feel it smushing in. It's good. Good, good, good. Yeah, they look nice and flat. And I'm seeing 0 daylight between the controller. Nice. Okay. Good. Good. Alrighty. Look at that. Hard drives and hard drives. Storage drives installed. Ooh, take this little peely thing here. There's that. Okay, there we go. That out. Delightful. I think our next step now is going to be the cooler. 3 weeks in the cooler. KI. That's right. I knew it. KI. The cooler is pretty cool. No pun intended. Maybe intended a little bit. I'm going to set these guys aside into a safe area, along with some of these other boxes. But yes, this is a beast of a cooler. We're talking about the Phantom Spirit 120 Evo. Intel 1700 socket support. Oh, I hope that this is 1700. We'll never know. No, I think it works for all of these guys. So let's see, where's the opening? Oh, here's the opening. All right. You know what we'll do? We'll shift the motherboard out of the focus here. We'll put it over there for now. And we will boop, bring this guy right. No, I was like, we'll shift it out of the focus as I put it directly in line with everything. And I'll put that there. Here, we'll bring this guy right there. And we'll open this guy up. This is the first time I've used one of their coolers. But judging by the weight of this thing, it is a wonderful cooler to be using. Oh man, these things are chunky. Let's see what's inside. Is there anything else inside of here? That's everything. That's all, folks. All right. Well, let's see what we got. This over here. Oh, off to the side. Okay, we got some fans. Really like the looks of these fans. Got a nice gentle typhoon looking setup. Those swept blades, and there's plenty of them. Should be good for static pressure and for a very nice low sounding profile. Actually, you know what I'm gonna want to do? Okay, we got some. So what I kind of want to do with these is I actually have a fan splitter coming off of my current computer, so I can actually kind of want to run this and just sort of see how it sounds. I think this is this LED. Oh, they have LEDs too. Fancy schmancy. Ooh, you know what I'll do? Yay, we'll do a little comparison here, because he also got for his case fans these P12 Pro PSTs from Arctic, and these guys here are like one of my fave skis. Hey, what's in the box? What's in the box? A couple of your biggest fans. These are your biggest fans. All right, this you know what I'm not a fan of? I'm not a fan of how Arctic packs these things, because these are tough. I'm having like so much difficulties. It's like my old 40-year-old arthritic hands are having such a hard time. But here we go. All right. So here, these things are really quite cool. Pun definitely intended again. All right. We got this beast here. And so you know what we'll do is we'll run this guy. Actually, I think there's a little, yeah, look at this little sticker thing off here. Look at that thing. All right, we will run both of these and let's see which one's quieter. We have the same output happening, so I'm very curious. Very, very curious here. We're gonna do a little thing here. It's gonna be off camera, but I will bring it up to the microphone so you can hear it. Let's see here. This thing is very quiet. I had to take my headphones off just to hear it. So here, I'm gonna put it right up here. Here, this is the Arctic. Although, let me see. I think actually the noise filter will actually probably get rid of it. So let me just get the noise filter off, and we'll. All right, that is a nice quiet fan, I must say. Okay. Now we'll try these Thermalright ones. These are a bit of a lower cost brand, but they are a decent quality brand. I've not only heard a lot of good things. Oh man, these are even quieter. Yeah, these are even quieter. So yeah, this is right. Yeah, I don't even think you guys can hear that. That is dead quiet. Oh yeah, little elbow peek. Me. I'm showing my weenus on stream. Please don't report me. Oh man. I'm actually really impressed with these. These are actually like super quiet. These guys have a little bit of a whine. Now, again, the signal to these, because I think these have a higher RPM, so that also might be a factor in it, that these guys have a higher RPM, and that's what's range. So they're basically both getting the same signal, which basically determines by a percentage of how fast they're going, not the actual speed specifically. So if one is like, let's see, this guy here is rated at what, up to 2150? Yeah, and I think these guys go up to like 3000, I think. Where's the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? I threw the box off somewhere. But these go up to, yeah, 3000. So it says here it goes up to 3000. So this guy goes up to 3000. So if it's going at like 2/3, right, this guy here is like 1400 RPM, and then this guy here is 2000 RPM. So it's not an apples to apples comparison, but these guys are really nice and quiet. I'm really quite impressed. Nice look too, nice and quiet. So here we go. Remove this guy from the books. I got this guy here as well. I feel like I'm missing something here. I feel like there's some stuff. Now, really cool thing about this tower here. So it's a dual tower, and it has 2, 4, 6, 7 heat pipes, which is pretty awesome. 7 heat pipes is a lot. Most coolers that you're gonna get, like your Hyper 212, that has only 4 pipes. So this baby has like almost twice as many pipes as the 212. It's, I would say it's roughly got the same, like, now the fin stack's a bit bigger maybe, but yeah, this baby's a chunker. Okay, let's see in here. Here's the extra. Right. I was like, what the heck? Where's all the stuff? There's some extra things in here. It's not another fan. I thought it would come with a third fan. I was like, what? A third fan? And oh yes, here we go. We've got our instructions. Now, Thermalright, they are a company based out of Taiwan, I believe. And so they have some really quite good stuff going on. All right, let's see here. We got the Intel 1700 socket stuffs. All right, here we go. Ah, you can adjust these. Okay. Yeah. Okay, here's our little Intel bracket with its Intel agents. Doot. Oh yeah, clicks out. There's like a little clicky adjustment, little plastic adjustment device here, which is really nice compared to like the older like slotted stuff. You'd be just sort of, you know, kind of stumbling around to try and get it, but this here, it clicks out into the right orientation, right spot for you, and then it goes through. I think, I don't know if we remove that to stick it on the back or not, but I don't think these are peel and sticks. No, that's just a buffer there to keep it from smushing. So, all right, we're gonna move this over here then, and I'm gonna take this right over here, flip it over, put this guy in, boop. Yeah, look at that, fits nicely. You just put it through, and then I'm just gonna hold this so it stays, and there we go. Boom. They're sticking through nicely. Okay, even comes with some thermal paste. Thermal paste is not applied. Now, I'm not going to use this guy. Love you, Thermalright. I use their thermal pads a lot. I keep dropping this thermal paste. I use their thermal pads a lot, and I really like them. Not going to lie. But for this cooler, I'm going to go with my Old Faithful, which is my Noctua NTH1, which is a great paste. I cannot recommend it enough. This thing is so easy to use. I'm not sure if this is like a super, so if this is like a super high performance one. So what I found is that high performance pastes are terrible for longevity because they're all about the immediate performance and not, you know, like especially like the enthusiast type ones. It's like the kind of paste is like, all right, we're gonna like try and run a benchmark, so we're gonna change the paste to this, run the benchmark, and go back to our regular programming paste. And that's basically how a lot of them run. This I would not like. I've got a tube of the thermal. Is it thermal grizzly cryonaut? It's like super high performance, really great paste, but the issue is it just doesn't work very well. So like long term it gets hard, it sticks. I have it on my Ryzen, and it just, yeah, randomly recommended your stream, had to click on it because I have a Jonsbo Z20 as well. Love the case. I haven't even gotten to the case yet, but thank you for joining, Wooler Gaming. Yeah, and it's funny, my younger brother, he picked it, and I'll tell you, that case is heavy. My goodness, the thing is like all made of steel, and it's a small compact case, but man, for the size, it weighs a buttload. All right, these are our little retaining clips. We're gonna put those there like a little tangled spider they are. Here's our fan hub. This we'll probably put over there. And what are we looking at here? We've got our M. M is what we want to use. These are our AM4 stuff. Don't need that. Here is our 1700. That's what we want. And so, what are we going to do with these guys? Okay, good. I was looking, I was like, oh, I don't know. Isn't there supposed to be like a washer or something to keep me from digging into the board right here? Yeah, so make sure there's a thing right here. Oh my goodness, you can't see it because it's all blurry because my hand is there, not there. Here, cool. There, yeah. So you see, there's a little thing on there. On the other side, you have just bare metal. So you don't want to put that metal part on your board. You want to put the little bushing thing, not bushing thing. Yeah, the bushing thing, whatever. The little washer. That's what I'm talking about. The little washer. Yeah, put that little washer on your board so you don't scratch it to high heaven. And then if you ever, God forbid, have to do an RMA, you got these big old rings in there. They're not like, what were you drilling with? There's nothing, I promise. I promise. Why did they give me 5? There's 5 of them. Did they just give me an extra one just in case? Maybe an extra one just in case. That's nice. That's nice of them. That's nice. Okay, tighten these guys down. Make sure they're ready there. I just looked up. It is a sweet case. Yeah, the thing, I bet you could use that case to like step on and like as a step stool as well. So if you ever like, if you're short, it's the perfect case for you. Follow for more tech advice. So that guy's installed. We're gonna we got a couple little cross brackets here now. And I believe these cross brackets get fastened in with this other standard hardware here with the I and the D's. Yes. Which I believe they're in this little package here, not the AMD stuff. These AMD spacers are really brightly colored, which is fun, I guess. Yeah. So what are we doing here? We've got our these guys, these screws here. Can we finally use our be quiet? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. And it says here which thing. I think we're using the outermost hole. Yeah, it looks like the outermost hole is the right one. And I just love this screwdriver so nicely. Honestly, I know we're not using any Be Quiet products, and it's not like they're a sponsor or anything, because y'all know when you get in like 10 views for a stream, you're getting all that sweet, sweet sponsorship money. But is there like I think there's a middle slot, right? Kind of a middle slot here, because this one here is not quite in. Is that right? That's like tucked, and that one's not. I don't like how. Don't like how. Okay, like the shadow hole. There's 3 little spots here. I feel like, yeah, if I put it in that one, like a middle one there. Yeah, and I think that's the right one. Yeah, that looks much more even. Okay. Even Steven. Yeah, because there's like a hole here. Hole here. No, this outer one. There's like a central one. No, there's like a slot on the outside of this one. Let me just make sure that's good. Don't wanna install it incorrectly, you know? That'd be terrible. It's like, hey, I asked you to do this for me, bro. And you screwed it up. Yeah. Hey Jay, can I tell you something? Sabrina is too polite to tell me. Yes, sure. Is it about my terrible jokes? Because that is definitely not something she's too impolite to tell. No, I'm just kidding. What is it? What is the news that you wish to tell me? It's the reason I can't get that sponsorship money. It's because I don't do enough glasses peaks online. Because my camera angles are terrible. I work in an office. I got bright lights on me. I'm not tannable. This is unattainable. All right, now they're telling me to put that stuffs on the CPU. All right, here is the most controversial part of any build. And anyone will tell you it's how you spread your thermal paste that determines whether or not you're a psychopath. Oh my gosh, I need a tool to open this. Lord, white arms. Wires here. Good. Want it? Okay. Yes, the most controversial part of any build is how do you dunk your Dunkaroos? Blinded by the whiteness. That's right. Wearing gloves for this would get 4+ viewers. You know what? I'm not like that. I'm raw. I'm out in the open. You know what? My Twitter peeps will love this, or as they're known now, X. That's right. That's how I do. I do the X pattern. All right. You want to judge me? Go ahead. Judge. It is an X. All right. But unlike your X, it won't leave you disappointed. Heyo. All right. This guy here now is going to be, I believe this guy's going to go right on those. And yeah. And then we're going to screw it in. Okay. Okay. There's where that. Okay. That guy there needs to be, I think, right there. That is not gripping at all. All right. Let me just spin this guy around. Spin your partner round. There she be. Okay. That guy's on. It's the joy of this. There we go. She's on. Nice and tight. And now we do the fans. Fans wise, got, let's say you want to do them like so. Yeah, I think we'll probably run them this way. I think, yeah, this will be a good opportunity to use our RGB header from our Asrock. Yeah, we got 3-pin right here. So this guy here that came with the motherboard, probably run this guy off of, yeah, one of these 3 pins here. And then we'll run that into the back. This guy here, we will run like so. Yeah, these. Yeah. So with these guys, it's always fun because this. Go here. Go and hook right there. And kind of feels like witchcraft when you put these guys on. It's like, this shouldn't be this easy, and it is. If I say that, I'll probably screw it up, but hey, you know what? This is how we do. This is how we do. Okay. So I wish, one of the things I wish is that these guys would daisy chain. That would be nice if there was a daisy chain for these fans, then you could just connect them and they would be synchronized right away, right off the hop. But, oh no, as I speak, as I live and breathe, what I wish for is right here. And it did come with it. So it's like they were listening to me before I even spoke. That's how good of a customer service they are. They just hear you before you even speak. Wildly a beard peak, yes. Dot for square CPUs. Sorry, Dev Gear, are you gonna block me? That's all right. Alrighty, here we go. Bring this here, and then I believe these guys here now. We will probably put them in here like so, and this guy here will be in here like so. Then we can put this in fairly simply. Oops. Hopefully. I say simply, as it becomes much more complicated. There we go. Boop. There we go. Thermalright. Thermalright. The first time. Alright, this guy here, and then we're gonna have this. It's gonna be plugged in here. As you can see, my gray hairs, my white arms, and my gray hairs. CPU fan. Everything's. Show people what you're doing. You know what? I'm just gonna turn it my way here, and I could see it. Oh, what a revolutionary thought. All right. Let's see. Here we go here. Put this. Beautiful. And we plug these guys in. Good to go with that one. And we are good to go with that one. And then, yeah, we'll probably just stow these guys underneath here. Should be pretty quiet under there. Don't want to mush it into the. Or we could go this way, like so, and then run this out through the back of the case, or something like that. Yeah, I could do something like this here, and then we have a little bundle here. Yeah, maybe we'll do a little bundle here, and then we'll run this through the case into the back area. I think there's a spot. That's the next step, though, is we're going to start now with our case biddies. A little bit of our power supply stuff. All right, let's bring that Jonsbo in after I break my back carrying it. Oh yeah. Oh, it's heavy. It's tiny, but it's heavy. All right, here we go. Boop. All right, we're gonna put this knife away before I hurt myself. Yeah, I'll put these guys away elsewheres. Good. Mashing. There we go. No mashing, please. Thank you. Yeah. That's what she said. Oh, that you. Yeah, the people who spread the paste themselves, those are the worst. Actually, unless you're doing it on a GPU, then that's legit. All right. Okay. Here we go. We got our case, and actually for this step, probably take. Yeah, I've got this guy out here. This is for our power supply, and it does hook on the other side there. Let's see, this guy lines up there and there. Okay. Yeah. So this is our power supply dealie. That stuff coming off of the top there is going to be going right into there's like a little channel here for cable management, and there's not really much space behind. They really wanted to minimize the amount of gap you got going here. So probably what I will do before I start popping motherboards in and CPUs in, and or motherboards and PSUs, I am going to get my power cables here. Let me adjust my microphone. This is great. I'm like streaming standing up. Wow, that sounded a little sketchy. Hey, Stadelio, welcome, man. All right, we got our CPU connectors here and here. These guys are going to be going to our motherboard. Our motherboard, because it's such a beast of a machine, has two 8-pins right here. So we're gonna just pre-route those because we're gonna try and be smart like that. So these guys, we're gonna see, can we run it? Okay, we're gonna run it. Yes. Can't really. Can we run these guys through here? Oh, that's gonna be a little fun little run. So yeah, that guy is gonna be there. We're gonna probably want them coming out here. And we'll put this in here. Boop. You know what we'll probably end up doing is I'm gonna open this backside here and see if there's an easier way to do this. I feel like there ought to be. Okay, let's see. One more steel plate. Oop. Okay. Ah, wow. Yes, there is a much easier way than trying to do it with that plate on. You just bring it through here. There we go. Yeah, you have like really good access now too. And you can bring these guys out here. Holy. Sit on top. These probably go in like a little area here for the cables to go. Oh. There's those guys. And then, okay. Those will plug in to our power supply then. So get you guys out of here so they don't get messed up. Yeah, so here we have our cables for our CPU power cables. And we've got some of these for our front side connectors. It's decently done these days, I think. Did they finally standardize front panel connectors stuff? Be awfully nice if that's what they've done. Now we'll see. Okay, we'll bring those out there. This is for plugging into the power supply. These plug in down below. And yeah, I still haven't really answered the question with these guys, where we're going to stow those. Those will be, yeah, pain in the boom. A real pain in the boom. You know what though? Let's see what happens when we put this board in. Okay. Let's try putting this board in, and then we'll decide what we'll do with these. We'll just sort of set it in. Let's see. where things end up here. There's not a lot of room here. All right, I'm gonna just take these guys here in the way, so we'll just sort of smush them there. Okay, that's better. That's better. We'll put it like that, and then we go like so. Okay, that is much better. This is light, but it fits pretty nicely. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna fast it in like that, and we're gonna do it now. Why not? All right, we got our Z20 accessory kit. Gotta say, it's very like the packaging on it is really quite nice. These screws, these nuts, these other screws, and these other screws, all nicely labeled. Has a nice little thing there. Let's see. We've got a few different items that come with it. You've got your ITX or not ITX, your SFX power supply thing. This is part of the handle. This guy here is for I think one of the other things. I think not really. I think this is a GPU bracket. This guy here is definitely part of the handle. We are installing the handle tonight. All right, just so you know. Okay. Yeah, we got our handle. Okay, graphics card support bracket is also a part of the handle. This is a part of the graphics card support brackets. These guys are GPU support brackets. We might actually end up using those. We've got a little Allen key for some of the other hardwares. Got some little, okay, there's some little pads here. Those go with the support bracket. We have a 3.5-inch hard drive. Wow, that's kind of wild that that included in here. Don't really need it. Really nice. Like here's like the packaging for like the accessories. Nice little laid out map here. There's a dust filter. I already took that out and popped it in. The rear of the chassis. I gotta say, like as far as like cases are concerned, like the packaging is not super fancy. Like you've got sort of your basic cardboard, not like your high gloss thing, but honestly, it's pretty the recommended process for hardware installation of the motherboard, installation of the power supply, connect CPU 8-pin and front I/O cables, install. Whoa, I don't know if I would do that. CPU cooler chassis fan. I would rather do it here. That's all right. Don't know if I agree with their order of operations, but it's okay. Let's see here. Wait a second. Jonsbo. Not even telling me which ones are the motherboard hardware, which I would assume are these guys. A few other items here, but is there? No, I'm wondering if I didn't get the Jonsbo, because there's probably some instructions for installing that handle, and I'd really like to know them before I try. I think, yeah, I see them. I see them off camera. I'm not too cool for instructions. All right. Yep, the StarCast is here. Oh, here we go. We got our motherboard. Okay, these are SSD screws. Wow, good thing I didn't listen to that. Don't need those. All right. D screws, those are hard drives. HDD screws, don't need those. That's for fan. These D screws, yeah, don't need those. SSD screws, don't need those either. We've got our SSD silicone washers and EFG here. Hex handle socket screws, we need these in here. For that, this is for fans. A screws are our motherboard, power supply, graphics card support. These are the A team of the screws. All right, we will get these in and we will get these going. Let's see here. Boop. Well, power supply. And these are for power supply too. I said for everything, pretty much. I said for power supply, for everything. Yeah, a motherboard, power supply, graphics card. All right. Well, you know what we'll do first? We'll shift. Well, this one we don't need. That's something else. What is that one? Find that out later. First, let's install the bracket on the power supply using, of course, my most favorite screwdriver. Now, this power supply is actually an old one. It's a EVGA G2, and that, my friends, is one of the OGs of the top tier power supplies. It's 750 watts, so not super big power, but the CPU and GPU combo that he's going to be running is going to be definitely not stressing this to the max. Oof, don't drop that. You'll note how I never hold things correctly. It's because I'm too cool for that. All right, boom. The bracket is on. Now that that's on, I'm going to, let's see, we will bring this guy here and make sure we get these screws in properly. Okay. Screw. Put in somewhat loosey-goosey. That one in. There we go. Once we've got our corners aligned, that means our holes should align as well. Just make sure though that there's no wonky standoffs that need to be removed that have not been removed. Okay. Is a bracket there for power supply. Motherboard installation. All right, well. Okay, well, there is a tool that they have in here for ensuring those standoffs are tight. You know, I put 2 screws in, but you know what? Rather make sure they're done right than have to deal with it later on. Huh? So I'll take those 2 screws out. It's an easy little fix. There's definitely enough space in here for it all to work, so no big worries. Love the magnetic tip on this. So clutch. All right, bring this guy up. Out. Ooh. Hefty. Hefty, hefty. All right. Shift that there, bring that there. This guy can go right here. And we will grab the tool, which I believe was over here. Put it. Oh, great peak. Oh, man. There we are. Okay. Beautiful. All right. We'll make sure we got what, 1, 2, 3 holes along the top. Yep, that's correct. We got 1, 2 here, and then a third one here. Yep. Then we have one close, and then no more down over there. None. Okay. Well. Just gonna make sure that these standoffs are in nice and tight. I've had it before where they've been loose, and it's been just a real pain. Boop. There we go. Oops. Easy. So, I want to make sure there's one standoff here. I want to make sure I'm not missing any other standoffs that need to be in as well. No, there's just this last row here. There's nothing here. The actual motherboard. I had an incident once where I tried to install, and I think they had it set up for they might have had it set up for like an ATX motherboard, but one of the standoffs was like in the wrong spot and it jammed into the back of the motherboard and just killed it. I was like, oh no. That was my wife's build. But you know, learn my lessons. There we go. Beautiful. Back in black. Back intact. Back in black. Back on attack. Looks like you have a decent amount of space to your D. Yeah, actually, I really like the amount of space you have on this side. Oh man, blurry. Head's been getting focused. Let's do that. There we go. All right. I like the amount of space you have here. And again, I think this is probably because this is made to have space for a 240 mil rad up here. Now, I am going to put some fans there, and that will be fun. And I'm going to put some fans down here. Probably going to put the fans down here before we put the graphics card in. But yeah, as of right now, I'm going to... I think I'm going to try... I'm going to do a couple more of these screws for the motherboard before I commit to trying doing the cable management up here. Scooch this guy here. Okay. Lovely. Lovely. Let me see. Can I get inch? What's this guy? Bracket here. Yeah, there's a bracket here, which I can actually take out, which should give me a bit more room, I think. I think there was a bracket. At least they showed that in the literature. Let's see. Now, if we run these guys back around here. Gooch some cables in here and see what we can see here. You guys go here and here. Okay. One. There's two. Super glasses peak. And we scooch this guy in here as well. Okay. Yes. Yes, we can. And this one here. Beauty. Beautiful. Nice. Nice. We're gonna have I think we might be able to have a clean look here. These guys will go this way and tuck into here. That's beautiful. And then these, though, these LEDs in there, these will go down along the... That'll be... This is the... There we go. Gotta be careful. Quality control supervisor is walking, aka my brother. Resin. Okay. Think that will do it for those cables and such. Think I might be able to Well, I'm gonna temporarily put that back part on again, just so these guys don't get any cute ideas, you know? Yeah, this is actually the case is actually it was really so far. I'm actually really liking it. The cables are not too chunky, not yet. Well, actually, I say I don't mind it right now, but I still haven't done the hardest thing for the cables. Yeah. Yeah, the RAM definitely is the most expensive. Hey, John's here. How's it going? Yeah, the RAM is definitely very expensive in this build. This is going to be the most painful point in this is going to be right in here, trying to install those cables as I shift the camera unnecessarily. All right, that's good enough there. Oh man, that was close. The camera started tilting, ready to fall. All right, guys. Now begins the summer of my content. Going to oh, take this off. I probably can take this off. There's definitely some screws that will allow this to slide out, at least this portion of it. But that's not going to be enough really to give me the access. Maybe they were right. Maybe I should have done the cooler later. These guys don't have any clips, so I can do them individually. CPU holder, or the CPU plug. One. And here's where you'd be like playing like 10 meters. Two. Four. Let's make sure that that screw that's in there is going to be good. Okay, good. And we continue on with it. Finger gets caught in there because it's too big. All right, story of my life. There. Actually, I think I've got an angle on it. It's going to be beneficial. I can't see a thing, but I do think I've got a good. Pull those out of the way. Lightly. I just gotta try not to like push against the CPU cooler too much because I don't want to break it, which would be terrible, right? But let's see here. Oh, come on. Come on. You can do it. Come on. That is right in the middle of it. Not at all in the right spot. Okay. Well, there. Oh, wait. There it is. There it is. Click. Okay. One more. One more. One final. One final. Final one. It's going to be the most painful sausage of them all. I don't know why I use that term, but here we are. Oh, yes, I felt the click. Click, click, boom. There we are. Beautiful. And I have access to that screw. Beautiful. Oh, I'm a happy man. A very happy man right now. Okay, you know what? Can I even... Will this guy come off here? That will give me lots of really good access here, if I can. Let me see if this will come off. Jonsbo, are you geniuses? Or are you torturous maniacs? Let's see. What say you? Oh, that is so nice. Thank you, Jonsbo. So nice. Okay, so these guys here are for the power supply. You guys wander over there. You guys come on over here. Yeah, you guys stay over there. You're part of that other part there. All right, this guy here will go right. Well, you're gonna go under here. That's where you're gonna go. I like these nice flat cables that they're using. They're delightful. If I can just not put them through the wrong way, that'd be also delightful. Okay, nice. This guy goes right here, like so. Okay, that guy's in. Nice, satisfying click. This guy here is also gonna go in. Single way that goes in, which is kind of odd because it's for the USB-C, and it's odd that they would have it only go in one way. Yep. Okay. Let's see. Yes, you are. You are in. Okay, you guys. Oh wow. Well, that guy also should be underneath. Your toxic cable going under. That's Brittany. That's right. I did it. I did it. I went there. Yeah. It's not bi-directional, which is odd. But there we go. These guys we'll tie down out of the way later. These guys here now. This guy goes here. Here. Jonsbo, you got to tell me. I believe no. This guy here definitely goes. This guy here's the front side USB or the audio. That's HD audio. So that goes right here. The HD audio goes right as I scrape my knuckles. Ow. On this. You know what? Everybody knows though that the blood and the skin cells adds an extra 5 gigahertz. Everybody knows that. Now my knuckle gigahertz. Ew. All right, I think this is for the startup biddy. This is a nice all black like stealth build. I'm really liking it. Okay, here we go. Wait. Yeah, oh here they say. Yeah, take that out. This internal baffle. Okay, yeah, take that out. Take that in. Slide down. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do that with that guy. Okay, here we have our USB HD audio, and then our F panel. F for front panel. All right, did they standardize this in my years? Did they standardize these things? Only one 6-pin power connector versus fire hazard. I guess that's a bonus. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the A4000 was not so pricey. That was thankfully not the end of the world, let's say. Okay, panel. I think this guy goes here into this. Yep. Okay. These not going to run there. These I'm going to run underneath as well. That is where they ought to go. I'm just, yeah. Yeah. I don't know what you traded me for that GPU, but well, the A4000 does not have the 12-volt high power connector. It has a standard 6-pin, which is really nice. Yes, as you pointed out, DevGear. Yeah, this here, actually, you know what? I'll reroute those as well. But first things first, we'll put this in here. This guy will go right over here. Well, they've definitely made the hardest part of PC building easier, which is this little connector in here for the front panel stuffs. Little cable management biddies right here. Let's see. All right. Here. Pull that out there. This board has a lot of stuff on it. Not gonna lie, they've got a lot of I/O things here. Like a lot of times some of these boards have like a ton of USB 2.0 stuff, and it's just like, you know what? This is a little bit too. Does anyone really need that? So, but wood here. 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 Gonna bother with that cable management there. That guy. Fool's errand. That's what that is. Fool's errand indeed. Unless, you know what? Maybe we'll put a little bit of slack there. There. Yeah. Got here. Just put these guys. Take this out. There we go. That's way easier. Well, this guy here would be there. It's actually looking not too bad. Cable management wise, you guys can't see because it's all blurry. Sorry about that. Go here. Come on. Focus. There we go. That's better. That's better. That's better. There. It's actually not a bad path there for it. And we get to put this on. Actually, we'll leave this off for now. Because we're going to put some fans on here. And yeah, that's that. Now, Yeah, these guys here really probably shouldn't have been. Should have ran them up out here. Yeah, you know what? That's what I'm going to do with these guys. All right, that's good. Come on. There we are. There you are. We're going to take this back portion off, and then we're going to run a few more cables. Again. Because that's how I think we'll do this. Just wanted to make sure some of those fit. All right. Next big cable we're doing is going to be this chunky guy, Mr. Motherboard, or Miss Motherboard, I guess. He's a big mama here. Okay. All right. Let me get these guys here. Black cables here. I think these black cables are also going to come out here. Black cable. Here. Up here. I'm pretty sure these are for like wrapping on cables and velcroing them down. But I feel like for those, I'm probably not gonna use it. Here we're gonna have. Okay, and we're gonna bring this big old mama board here one through. Those. Here, actually, I think this is sort of how we're do it anyways. Those come off. Down here. I think also what CPU or yeah, CPU power cable is supposed to do as well. We'll just run them down this tunnel. And then at this bottom part, because that's where they're going to plug into the power supply. It's all going to just get sort of shoved in there gently, of course. And then I'm going to bring this guy here. Let me get this plugged in. I need to not forget to do my motherboard screws. There's motherboard screws that I have not put in, and I need to, you know what, I'm going to do those now because I think I'm pretty committed with that motherboard being in there. I was like kind of holding off. I was like, you know what, I don't want to, put all the screws in and then have a issue and then be like, oh, I need to, take it out and redo it or something. So make sure I didn't screw that up. Two more like that. Yeah. Wait. Yeah, and there's just a two here. There. Yeah, good. All right, motherboard cable is there. These guys here now. Cool. Also, plug these in. Need to make sure I put them in right. Yeah, the right way for that one. In. This guy here also. In. Okay. And that's all for those ones. And we are going to have a single VGA cable because it is a 6-pin. And since it's a 6-pin, we're going to fold this guy back and get a nice little cable tie on there just to clean that up a little bit. So we're not fiddle in with that guy at a later time. This will go in, I believe. And yeah, so. Yeah, just tie that guy back. The joys of it being only a 6-pin. That's the crappiest pair of side cutters I've ever used. I think I'm going to throw those straight into the garbage. They're that bad. They really are that bad. Okay, that's there. I think it's going to be, this is going to go, actually, this is going to go there. This is going to go in here. I am going to get this guy here for our LEDs. Unless, you know, I'll put them in just in case, just so we have somewhere for them. I will say, well, without that power supply in there, there's a lot of room to sort of scooch around. All right, now though, things are about to get real because we need these. It's gonna be the logical spot for them. Yes, that is. Hey, enough LEDs here for a lot of things. Oof. Sorry about my gray rooms. Again. There we go. In. Okay. This is plug into here, here. Figure you guys out. Weebly Wabley management later. First thing we're going to do here, though, is probably going to put this guy in. We're going to actually plug. Yeah, we'll bring this that way. We'll plug these guys in here to our power supply. Plug it in, plug it in. Okay, those guys. We can get our CPU cables here, which are going to go over there. Why is it always the CPU cables that are the hardest, huh? Oh, what's the deal? What's the deal with the CPU cables? Hmm? Jerry Seinfeld? Yeah. What's the deal with Ovaltine? Not oval. Do it in the VGA port. Okay, yeah, there. Yeah. Okay. In and in. And this guy needs to go. Oh. And this goes in here. Clear all these cables out from there. Oh, wait, first things first. Bring this guy here. I'm gonna make sure that that's powered on. Okay, there. Go. That guy's gonna be out of the way. Those guys are gonna be out of the way. Okay. Go in. Shift it. Up. There's a P3. I want to get it up at P2. There we go. We're up at P2. Delightful. Absolutely delightful. Good. Good, good, good. Yes, good. All right. you know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna do a quick little cable management here. Just gonna here, back, okay, here. I'm not gonna lie, this case is not bad at all actually. Probably terrible for water cooling, not gonna lie, but base wise, even like I'm actually quite surprised cable management wise. It's not too bad. Even like being able to reach through, and the way that Jonsbo's designed this is pretty decent actually. Here, let's take a look at this backside. That's not, it's a little bit of a rat's nest, but it's not like totally unmanageable. There's like decent amount of space. It's not like jammed in. These power supply cables actually fit like just barely up here, but it fits actually quite nice. I'm a fan. Good choice, bro. Good choice. If he was a real jerk, he would like pick like this terrible like ITX and be like, you know what? I got you an ITX case and to build with, and it's I want you to build me with a mATX motherboard in this ITX case. What? What? Let's see. Why are these not fitting? Is it like this? No, it's supposed to be two here. Okay, let me see. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Camera, please don't fall. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's not an earthquake. It's not an earthquake. Yeah. You know what I need to do? This guy here needs to just shift. Maybe there? Yeah. I think right there. That will be perfect. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, I like these big hand screws too. They're nice, super convenient for opening it up and shifting things around if you need to. There's nice little keyhole slots that they have in there too. Are really nice. Just you watch and see. There'll be, oh shoot. Here's another thing I need to do. Before I do this, I need to do something else. Oops. Okay. Because part of his request is he wants to have some decent ventilation on this. So I am going to grab one of these P12s. And I'm going to take this to one because it's not, I guess the battle for the cable management is not complete yet. We need to do through here. I have a little slide out thing here that you can use to attach radiators, which also looks like it will be super handy for attaching exhaust fans. Yes, indeed, it will. All right, so now, where did I put the screws for that fan? Probably mixed in with a million other screws. I had them over here. Remember? Ah, yes, over here. Got them. So, a screwdriver. This guy here. Yeah, we'll do it like that. Nice and flat. Right? Yeah. Yeah. It's a great case to build, and I'm not gonna lie, it's turning out quite a bit easier than the ITX I've built in the past. That one, I guess, was more of a. Actually, I'm gonna loosen this guy. Put a gun in there. We have 2 of these. Where should I? I have this guy here. Yeah, you know what? I think so I have a choice because he's gotten he's gotten 3 of the P12. Okay, good. 3 P12s. We can fully populate all the fans. Yeah, we'll have. This is the only thing I need. Dick, come on, guys. This little tab here needs to come out a little bit easier. I rip it every time. Like if you cry every time. Okay, this guy will go here now. Screws here. It's always kind of funny. Leave that one there. Don't want to lose that. That one in. Bring that there. So let's go here. Yeah. Overall, this build is really coming together, I think. It's really coming together, guys. Just really nice. It's really nice build. Really coming together. Ah, I know I'm kind of sorry, guys, for screwing off camera here, but I know it's not that interesting to you. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, we got these 2. We'll probably have. It's weird to me, I guess. We do have our. Oh no, one of these will go into the. Yes, that makes more sense to do it like that. Okay. Yes. Yeah. So this with this and this will be. I'll probably bundle those right there, like so. Okay. Okay, and let me get proper side cutters. Decent quality side cutters. These are made in Germany. Yeah, sehr gut. Good cutters. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to do a little thingamajigger here with this part here. I'm going to tie in these cables right there. Ooh, okay. Just something to keep in there nice and neat. Nothing too fancy, but Now that's done. So these guys are going to be exhausting. Just like my humor. It will be exhausting out here. Make sure that this actually does not interfere with that guy there. Let's see. Hey, that's actually decent there. Let's see. What are we looking over here, though? Okay. Got our fans here. Cable here. And we can go to. Yeah, it makes sense to go to this fan hub right here. This is where I wish I had like super long, thin fingernails. Not fingernails. Oh my gosh, that'd be weird. Super, especially if they're super long. Really odd. Could be a good utility though. Good. All right. Plugged in to the fan header deep inside. Now, you know what we'll do. You know what? Yeah, we can put that screw in right here. Hold this guy here. I like those slide out bits. It's nice. Okay, now we're gonna go here. I'm gonna take that fan cable. Now just dangling everywhere. Fill it in holes here. Just see if I can get my head in here and then decipher what's the real deal here. Okay. You know what? Probably the best thing for that is going to be just to bring it up here behind those fans and just sort of leave it. All right, that's where that'll go. Let's see. Got a couple of screws here that we can. Oh no, those are motherboard screws. Yeah, screws that we want here. Yeah, that's screwed in. Garbage. That. Yeah, I hate to say it, but I'm missing a screw. Oh, found it. Beautiful. Right here. This little guy. It's right here. Perfect. It's in. That's it, I think, for this back panel. So I think I can actually now secure the back panel on and say that back panel is Dunskies. Yeah, this goes like this. Okay. Like I said, I like these large thumb screws. Very convenient. We haven't even gotten to the GPU yet, which is fun. GPU is, I think, what we're going to do. Oh, no, first I'm going to put these other couple case fans in. And then we'll do the GPU. All right, this is actually looking nice and tidy. Actually, half decently tidy at least. Oh, this I need to lock that guy in anyways as well. I've got these two screws here. Need to go in. Now we'll put this baffle on, which for some people may be baffling. Oh man, that's bad. All right. We'll just pretend that was never said. Baffle helps as well with just covering things up. Okay. It is, yeah, that's where that's gonna go. It's actually turning out to be quite a neat little build, I'm not gonna lie. Case offers quite a bit. Actually, a surprising amount of space, I'm gonna say, with this case. Again, if you're not putting a rad here, you're gonna have a lot more space. Yeah, we've just got our last cable here, which is for our GPU, which will be going in shortly. Some of these cables I could have maybe pulled a bit tighter and drawn out of there a bit more, but all right. I think, no, we're going to do our bottom fans here first, and then, oh, and then our back fan here, we should put this one in too. There is a filter here. I think we'll put that filter. I don't really need the filter on the back, but we'll do it anyways. All right. Last P12. Okay, good. We've got a nice little spot here for some of the cables to go. This guy is going to be, yeah, we'll do it like that. So I'll take this off. Filter. Hashtag no filter on my PC build. No need for beauty filters when you look like me, aka delusional and not really that smart. Okay, you know what I'm gonna try and do? Maybe I'll try and move this down a bit closer to sort of in line with where the heatsink for the CPU is. So I feel like that's a better spot for it thermally. We have these two at the very top, so maybe I'll try and shift this guy down. Yeah, we'll bring this up here so you guys can look at me. You guys can watch me screw these screws in. There we go. So go with an awkward position, as is the custom. Okay. And we'll put this one right here in. You get to see the nice, it's actually pretty decent rear I/O on this board. Like I said earlier on, it has these two Thunderbolt ports, so they're going to be excellent, especially for like productivity stuff. I think he's going to really like that, especially compared to the connectivity on his was it? You have a B350 board. You're back. I had to go home from work. Oh, you're back. Yeah, and I'm still here working away. Well, it's not work. Honestly, this is really, I love doing this. I'm really happy. It was so funny. My brother was like, hey, is it all right if I like ask you to maybe build a PC for me? I was like, dude, it's like you just gave me a birthday present. Okay. Oh, this guy right here. I almost forgot. We got a thumb screw that goes into that. So that holds that bracket a bit better. All right, boom. Our other fan is on. Boom, boom, boom. So we got 1, 2, 3 120 mil, and we're gonna put two 140 mils down here. And that's what these puppies now are for. So yeah. Oh yeah, B350 gaming. So this will have ever so slightly better IO than your current board, eh? Oh, this is what you're talking about. All right, yeah, because these don't have a daisy chain. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, for these guys here, there is a wow. This thing has a ton of fan headers. Oh, these things are beautiful, man. Oh shoot! I almost forgot. There's like the plastic covers on the hubs of these. Okay, got that one off. Good thing I just noticed. I was like, wait a second. I think I remember taking the cover off of one of those. Didn't take it off these other two. Don't worry, there's not a cover on the Thermalright ones. I'm actually really impressed with those Thermalright ones. Those are a lot nicer than I was expecting them to be. This guy is going to go on, and it's going to go like so, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to maybe, oh, should I string this one up with the others? Ooh, maybe I could. Might string the 120 up with the other 120s. And then the two 140s. There's two fan spots here. I could probably just pop them in there. Yeah, channel fan, fan 1 and fan 2. Fan 1. Plug these in first because all the actual like connector for them is behind the. Okay, there's our screws for these. Okay. Don't forget to take this off. Yeah. And then, oh, this one has a daisy chain. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now it makes sense. All right. You've got one that has the daisy chain, one that doesn't. Now everything you told me is suddenly making sense. I regret plugging this one into the board first when it really should have gone into the daisy chain here. Okay. Now it all makes sense to me. It all makes sense. The Chafan. Actually, no, we'll do Chafan 1. Chafan 1. Okay. And then we will. Yeah, you know what? We'll run these wires this way. We'll run this guy here. Yeah, we'll run these wires like so. And then we can really just guide them over there. Ooh, as I drop the fans. Don't drop the fans. Is that cable going to be in my way? Oh, no. No, it's not. Yay, it's not going to be in my way. Or is it? It's going to be kind of in my way. Okay. You know, pull it here, give it a bit more slack. See, this is what happens. Cable manager just can't even listen to it. Couldn't have even done it. And just make sure we're going to be able to fit this other one. Wait. Wait, like a tiger. Okay, let's see. Okay. Yeah, you know what? We'll do it. It will work. It will fit. It will fit. You know what? We're not even gonna properly. I don't think we're even. Yeah, you know, we might do. Yeah, we might do something like that. Do it. Bring the wire out because I don't want to break. Is that one? Okay. This is going to be our little cable management hack. Oh my gosh, it is blurry. This is going to be our little cable management hack here that we're going to do. Oh, I already cut that one. Yeah, yeah, I think it's really funny that you mentioned if all the USB ports work, it'll be a major upgrade. It's funny because all the way up to even like 5th gen, like my 5000 series Ryzen, USB issues. So it's been a persistent thing on the platform. I think they solved it with the latest couple ones like the 7000 and the 7000 I think, and the shoot, I put it there. What am I doing, man? What are you doing? What are you doing, you crazy man? This needs to go like this. You silly goose. Jeez Louise. Come on, guy. Get your head in the game. Eh? Get your head in the game. Alright. Alright. Now we got it. But yeah, that's the USB issues have been a Ryzen thing for a while, I think. But I think they have solved it. Hopefully. We'll see. Okay, there we go. That's better. That's better. Didn't want it to be too tight. Oh gosh. Why am I dropping these things in there? Thankfully they're not metal. Okay. There we go. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. I'll do that one. I'll do that one how I ought to. I should do it. I should do it like that. I will. Okay. Whoa. Down like an old timer here. Take this one foot off here so I can access the fan. Oh, let's get you guys back in focus here. Come on, focus. There we go. All right, there's a foot here that I took off just because I can then access the one hole for the fan. And then we can screw these fans in. And then we are really, really quite close to having it finitoed, or at least ready for a test fire. I don't have a Windows key for it, so we're not gonna install the Windows, but I will try maybe doing a test fire of it and see how it rolls. Oh my, it's already 12. I just realized it's, you know what, time flies when you're having fun. This guy in. Maybe we're gonna do a test fire. We'll fire it up and see how this thing rolls. Make sure all the fans run and aren't going. I run some tests on it after it's all booted up and running. I'll probably do that tomorrow night. It's a little side project. Just realized I don't think I have any mini DisplayPort to DisplayPort. Oh wait, I have one upstairs. So I can check it. I was like, oh shoot, because the professional card has mini DisplayPort that goes to so I don't have any mini DisplayPort to like HDMI or even like mini DisplayPort to regular DisplayPort, and none of my monitors are mini DisplayPort. So yeah, there you have it. This is a fun thing, though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually really excited to get these fans in. Once they're in, it actually looks really nice. And these are really, really nice fans, I guess. I'm a real big fan of them, you know? Just a real big fan. Come on. Come on. Oop. Okay. 2 more screws and these fans are in. And we are golden. Gonna be golden. Na, 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 na. Whoa. Fan. And this fan. And yeah, this guy's got a lot of fans, I gotta say. Decent amount of airflow I think we're gonna get on it. And the crowning piece is not even here yet. Crowning piece is that. Flip back on. Hey, that is okay. Okay, I gotta show something here. All right. So I don't know if this is intentional. I'm assuming it is, but I gotta show this. All right. So here we have the foot. Okay. You see that little notch there? Right there? Right here? There's like a little notch. You can see it kind of right here. Yeah, there. That notch. That notch is very small, but it's there. And what it does is it actually right down here in this corner where I have a fan screw going in to hold the fan, it perfectly clears the head of that fan thing. If I had it elsewhere, it would be on there crooked. And it's a neat little detail that I really appreciate from Jonsbo. So, Jonsbo engineers, if you ever do see this, the engineer who in that brainstorming meeting was like, hey, let's put a notch there so that will clear the head of the fan screws. I really appreciate you. All right, now that we have that in, I'm going to, just scoot some of those cords over there. And I think, I'm gonna try and actually, you know what, first things first, I'm gonna put that, this doesn't have to go in there yet. That's gonna go back there. So regardless, it will go on. We'll put this on now, this dust cover, which is also a nice little handy thing to have, especially if you have fans on here. Actually, I'm gonna switch it up. Does it fit both ways or just one way? No, it fits both ways. Beautiful. All right, that's actually the way that's supposed to go right there. So we got our fan, that dust cover there. And now it's time for our weirdly modified A4000. So here is the A4000. You have your regular card with your regular cooler, but we've got a much bigger cooler that goes on here. And actually, one of the things I noticed that's kind of neat is the fin stack actually runs horizontal, which should actually allow it to vent out of the case better than like a lot of other graphics cards that it runs up and down or vertical, and that is fine for cooling it, but it just sort of then automatically dissipates the air into the case. So yeah, I have a feeling I should have put that handle on first, but what you gonna do, eh? Let's see. I have a feeling too I can't really put this. I'm gonna take this guy out first. Is this guy the right spot? Let us see, hey? No. This is a funny thing with these mATX boards. Sometimes the position of that first slot will be in an odd area, which is great for just making sure that they can fit, everything and anything under the sun, i.e. the three M.2s. That's probably partially why it's like that. But also too, I think a lot of the mATX guys have it in a weird spot. All right. Well, first things first, we're going to plug this in because that will be a pain in the butt to plug in later on. Bring this in here to there. Well, good news for you, bro, and I got some bad news for you. The good news is the GPU will fit. The bad news is it will not fit with these 140s at the bottom. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Okay. Well then. Negative pressure, I believe it shall be. That poor 4000, that poor A4000 can actually properly cool now. That's what that poor A4000 can do. But yeah, unfortunately, now that poor A4000, well, that's a lesson learned there. Guess we can't have those fans in there, those P140s. Although I think we could probably put them at the top. Or actually, we could put at least one here at the back. I think you can put a 140 here at the back. We'll put 140, 140, and maybe 120 here. We can do that too. So we'll probably do something like that. I guess we're not going to necessarily boot it up today, unfortunately. But yeah, that is a bit of a bummer. It is pretty late, and we will probably be calling it then. But yeah, I think we're definitely gonna have to get rid of these 140s at the bottom. The good news is you'll probably still get a decent amount of flow through the case, bro. We'll probably put a 140 at the back, another 140 at the top, and one of the 120s at the top, and then you're gonna get your max flow through. This bottom section being open, you also have some space here underneath the power supply, and you're gonna have potentially airflow here, but I think you'll be all right. Heat wise, again, the A4000 is not going to be generating a ton of heat. It's a very low wattage card, but it is a bummer we can't start it up tonight. But it is all fitting, thankfully. The ATX power supply was not the issue, which is good. And I think, yeah, since we're gonna have to take these biddies out, if we here, I do have a traditional one. I have my unsullied one here, right? So if we at least, look at how it would look with them in, obviously with this one it fits just fine, but that's because it's tiny. Yeah. So with that one, yeah, it fits really great. Really easy. But I guess we could try it with that one for now, at least. I don't know. You're gonna have, again, I think you're gonna still have issues thermally with it if you're gonna be doing gaming. If you're doing professional stuff only, not an issue. But yeah, if you want to mix the gaming in, you're gonna probably want this little chunkster here. And I think overall your workflow is gonna be better with the bigger cooler on your GPU and getting rid of these bottom fans, because the negative pressure will pull plenty of air in through the back or through the bottom. So you will be getting airflow through towards your GPU and into your case. You're also these guys will pull probably some air as well in. This guy's gonna be venting out here. But yeah, you're gonna get you'll get I think plenty of air coming through. So I don't foresee you having too many issues. I think the backside too is pretty. Yeah, there's a lot of holes in the backside, so you'll get air coming in through the opposite side of the case as well. So I don't think you're gonna have too many issues. I'm gonna do though. Oh no, actually no, I'm gonna leave that one then. All right, these guys here. Yeah, well, the good news is I can try and figure out the handle here. handle just fit over top of these? Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Interesting. Yeah, the handle actually fits in there pretty good, I think. And that comes through here. Oop. I gotta see if that actually. Ooh. Yeah, I think that's fine though, that thing. Oh yeah, because it bolts in underneath, so that should be good. Yeah, your handle will go on here nicely. It's a really nice case though. I like it. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna be able to get it running tonight. The good news though is we have it built for the most part, but this is sort of how it goes, right? When you're doing a build, right? You're gonna run into some issues. Not necessarily issues, it's just, little extra challenges. And that's part of the fun, I think. At least for me. So this guy here, obviously we're gonna take this guy out. We're gonna make room for this chunkster to go in. And yeah, message me, let me know if you're cool with shifting the fans around, and then we can probably do it with this here as well. And then I can clean up a bit more of this cable management here. But yeah, we'll maybe keep the 120 here, put a 140 or 140, and that'll pull a lot of the air through, and you'll get a decent amount of circulation. I think you'll get plenty of circulation, and you won't have any issues cooling wise. I don't think you're gonna heat soak this case, especially not with an A4000. Yeah, no, I think it'll turn out pretty good. But for now, we just gotta roll with the punches. But I think it'll turn out good. I'm very confident it will. So that will be it for tonight. We'll just we'll leave that in there for now. I'll put the case, the top here on it, and we'll pretend it's finished. But even though it's not, got a few extra bits here that we'll keep. This guy, a few other things here. We'll clean up. There we go. This is what I was looking for. I'll just seal this up so we don't have anything dropped or falling on it. But great case though. I gotta say the case is actually not bad at all. Decent amount of room. Yeah. Do I hear a second stream? No, the second stream would be me just switching those fans around and then letting it run. I might record the startup of it and maybe do like a little short of it, but yeah, we'll figure it out. And I think it'll turn out really good regardless. This is a beautiful case though, I gotta say. You're gonna have like, this thing is so stinking heavy. You've got your ventilation here. This is mostly for the power supply unit, but you do have some empty holes down near the bottom where air can flow. And then on the back side, you do have just a full mesh. So you're gonna get, if it's a negative pressure, you're gonna get stuff coming in through here. Now, this might be more of a dust issue. You're gonna have dust maybe coming in through here. They are small holes, but they're not like the, actually, you know what? Actually, let's see. Yeah, you know what? They're roughly the same size as these. So, actually, I don't think you'll have an issue. Any additional issue than what you would have had anyways with dust coming in through. But yeah, I think it's a good. It'll be a good little build, and I think you'll be happy with it once it's all said and done. But yeah, this thing weighs it. I gotta say that handle is gonna be nice. Everything's steel though. That's what I kind of like about it. And I was thinking for this thing, because you want to put your card reader on it. I was thinking we might even be able to do like a magnetic attachment or something on it. But again, we'll talk. We'll figure it out. I'm going to go get ready for bed. And I'm going to say thank you everybody for watching. Really appreciate it. Thank you for not making the small hole joke. Yes, you know what? We should do more art streams. And I think I will do. I'm gonna do my best to convince Sabrina to do some more art streams. I think we're definitely due for one.
in the very near future, and I'm excited for some more of those as well. But yes, thank you everybody though. Really appreciate everybody for stopping back in and being here. Thanks to my bro for donating all the parts. Well, not really donating, but for saying yes to having his PC built on stream. I hope I didn't make you panic too much whilst doing it. And really excited to boot it up and see how she runs. I think it's gonna really up your computing power and your gaming power too. So alrighty, that will be it then for tonight, guys. Have a great night, and it'll be really good. I think he's gonna really enjoy it. All right, and I will see you all later in the next one with my white R.